the most important thing that a law student should have is a public speaking ability.
Definitely, because you need to speak with many people, right?
Yeah.
This is Danny from Danz English. Hello, how are you, everyone? This is a podcast, expert talk. I think I did it before with I don't know, like 1 or 2 people, and after that I didn't continue that because I haven't found somebody to talk to. So right now I have Mr. Rev here with me, and we're gonna talk a lot of things, yeah. Okay, and before we start, don't forget to click like, subscribe this channel, and share this video to your friends. Okay, right. And today we're gonna talk a lot about his English, Ielts journey, scholarship, and a lot of things. Okay, how are you, Mr. Rev?
I'm fine.
Okay, cool. So first of all, can you tell us about yourself?
So I am a Bachelor of Law. I graduated from my undergrad school 2020 before the pandemic.
2 years ago, yeah?
2 years ago.
Okay.
And then I pursue my career as a lawyer in the law firm. So I worked in a law firm for 1 year, and then I decided to go to Kampung Inggris to learn IELTS and then to prepare for my scholarship.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's talk about your background of study first. Yeah. Where did you graduate from?
So I graduated from Samratulangi University. So it was.
Where is it?
It was in my hometown. It is located in North Sulawesi, the capital city of North Sulawesi. It's called Manado.
Okay, Manado.
Such a beautiful city. And I graduated from there. I studied law for about 3.5 years.
Wait, 3.5 years?
Yeah, 3.5 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, how did you do that?
No, just follow the academic requirement, get into the class and do some homework. I think it's kind of easy to finish within time of your undergrad school if you really focus on what you do in school and don't skip the class.
Okay, so that's the key, guys. Yeah, don't skip your school and just focus on what you're doing. Yeah. By the way, did you also join like students club or activity, or did you just focus on your study, like go to class and then go home?
Yeah, I believe it is mainly important to join like organization outside the class because it is count as extracurricular.
And did you join any?
That I joined several.
What was that?
Like in my campus, in my faculty, and especially there is an organization focused on constitutional law. It's called Law and Constitution Civilization.
Wow, so that's really your field.
Yeah, because I am really into constitutional law as a specific field of law, and then I joined that organization, and it helps me a lot to learn about.
Yeah, because that is also related to your work right now.
Yeah.
So what do you do now?
I have resigned actually from my previous office because I decided to pursue my further education abroad. It means I have to put a lot of effort and 100% focus on this scholarship and IELTS journey. But prior to this situation, I work in the law firm and focus on constitutional law. And the organization that I mentioned before really helped me a lot dealing with constitutional issues and then policy rulemaking in the legislative and then.
It helped you like to be more prepared before you graduated and later on became a lawyer.
Yeah, and it actually also did help me to possess kind of public speaking ability.
Oh.
Yeah, because in my university, my lecturer always say that the most important thing that a law student should have is a public speaking ability.
Definitely, because you need to speak with many people, right?
Yeah,
including in the court.
Yeah, in the court, in the trial, you have to deal with cases, and if you cannot possess the kind of ability, how could you deliver what you know? Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now you have resigned, and now what are you doing here in Kampung Inggris?
Well, I came here at the early of 2021, and then it took me around 8 months to study IELTS, English, and then to get prepared for the scholarship. And actually, this is my second visit in Kampung Inggris. am not pretty much busy in here because I just accompany my friend took like official TOEFL test in here and whatever stuff like that, and I count this as my holidays, I think.
Yeah. As for your information, guys, Mr. Rev is actually also he was helping me in one of my classes because I think in the past 1 or 2 months I had two classes. One class was Ielts preparation, and the other one was IBT TOEFL, and he helped me a lot in managing those two classes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Ah, yeah, that's okay. That's how I met him from our network, from friends and network and so on. Cool. So you mentioned before that you were pursuing your further study, and that means you are pursuing a scholarship. So what scholarship is it?
It is named LPDP.
Yeah, Indonesian Endowment Fund Scholarship. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Have you got the scholarship?
I have got the scholarship, but I haven't yet resigned. I haven't yet signed
The contract.
the contract, the agreement of the scholarship because I haven't got the what
LOA,
it's called
right?
LOA, letter of acceptance from my campus.
Universities. Okay. And can you tell us like what are the universities that you are applying to?
Well, basically, LPDP provide me three options to choose in the like online form of LPDP itself,
And what did you
I
choose?
choose as the very first option is Oxford University.
Okay, Oxford, in the
University.
UK.
Yeah, and then Leiden University in the
Leiden in
Netherlands, and then
Netherlands.
Berkeley University of California, Berkeley.
Oh yeah, okay.
United
Wow, and
States.
I think as far as I know, those are top universities like in the world. Yeah. Is there any particular reason why you chose those three institutions instead of the other? I believe there are other institutions which are also good in terms of law.
Considering about their, I mean, they found that many people say that Oxford, Berkeley, and Leiden one of the best school in the world. I think it is like not really I mean like my concern why I choose that campus. The most important reason why I choose those campuses is because the particular like course
Courses?
in there,
Oh, okay.
related to constitutional law. For example, in Oxford University, it has it's called in-depth administrative law, which I don't find in any law school.
I see.
And then in Berkeley, they have social justice, which are things is really attractful for me, and then I could probably learn a lot from
Okay.
that major.
Very nice. Now, you have got LPDP. Yeah. So can you tell us like what was your preparation? Maybe like in brief. Yeah. What was your preparation? And maybe was there any challenges that you faced during your efforts in applying that?
Indeed, it was really nerve-wracking.
Last year, right? In 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
The first or the second batch?
The second batch.
Okay. So tell us about it.
I believe it was in August, but I have prepared for this scholarship, like I said before, when the first time I came to Kampung Inggris in February.
Oh, okay. So you went to Kampung Inggris to prepare for the English language
Scholarship.
requirement, in order to apply that. So you didn't just apply for the scholarship and prepared your English at the same time,
Yeah.
which many people do, yeah. So you prepared way before the deadline.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before I came to
Which is very
Pare,
cool.
before I came to Pare, I've made my own timeline. Like
Okay.
this month I have to do what, this month I have to do, and I have predict which month that LPDP will be opened. So I have prepared that in time. Yeah, like TPA, administrative, and then interview and
Yeah.
stuff like that. There are 3 stages in.
Yeah,
LPDP.
last year well, okay. So for information, guys, I also joined that, but I didn't get it. So the first is administration, yeah, okay, and then after you pass that stage, and then the second one was what do you call it, intelligence test, something like that, like we call it TPA, or I think in
Indonesian
LPDP,
first.
yeah, in the LPDP they call it SBK, yeah.
TPA.
Like test
Computer
berbasis
basis.
competency, something like that. So basically it's like like numeric, and then linguistic competence. Yeah, and the third one was interview. If you pass that stage, so the third one will be interview, which is the last stage. Yeah. Okay.
The hardest.
The hardest. Okay, and so okay, please continue. So what was your challenge in applying for LPDP?
How to divide my focus, I think, because at the same time I haven't finished learn English, and I have to learn TPA, intelligent test, and stuff like that. And
But you're from law, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I think you are supposed to be from science department in school, senior high school.
social department.
Oh, I
That's
see.
correct. Yeah.
Because our assumption is
can-
when you graduate from science department, you are supposed to be good at numbers and stuff like that.
Oh no, I mean, like I can do with I can do with verbal, and then
Oh yeah, verbal
synonym,
section,
antonym,
yeah,
like
okay.
that section. But in
The
numeral,
math stuff,
it was my weakest point. Yeah,
same as me.
that's why I chose law.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And how about the interview?
Well, basically, a friend of mine said that the most important thing to overcome interview is just be honest. I mean, like telling the truth. Don't ever try to trick the
interviewers.
the interviewer, because they
Okay.
will know, and they will absolutely know, because there is a psychologist, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a
interviewer.
psychologist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So two interviewers,
Two interviewers.
and one psychologist. Yeah.
Yeah, one psychologist.
Okay.
No, two interviewers include one psychologist.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Two in total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just because I've planned this, and I really have a purpose why I choose LPDP, not just to going abroad and
Yeah.
chilling in there and
And many
enjoying the
people
fun.
fail that.
Yeah, I
mean,
think.
that they fail to give a very strong argument why they deserve the scholarship.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why they fail the
yeah,
interview section. Yeah.
yeah. But I did couple mock interview with my friends back in the
Oh,
day.
okay. Preparation
Yeah,
is really
preparation.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that just be honest without preparation. Preparation is the
I
second
agree.
most important, I think.
Cool. And was your interview in English or in Indonesian?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's full in English.
Really?
Yeah, full in English. The interviewer would not let me to speak in bahasa, so they keep asking me question in English, and they keep
That's
want
interesting,
me,
yeah.
yeah,
Because
to speak English.
during my interview, I was asked mainly in Indonesian. The only moment I spoke in English was when I had to just tell about myself in 1 minute. After that, the interviewers just switched to Indonesian like all the time until the end of the interview. Which well, I was a bit disappointed actually because I would be very happy if we did it in English, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's move on to Ielts. Yeah, you mentioned before that you went here. You stayed in Paris for 8 months. Excuse me, to prepare for Ielts. Yeah. Why is it so long? I mean, what did you do like during those 8 months?
As I mentioned before, I have made my own schedule, my timeline before I came here. So before actually going into IELTS class, I took like grammar, speaking. I
okay.
took partial course before, because I think to learn IELTS is like a next level of English. So before you get into that advanced class, you have to have a good basic
Foundation, yeah.
foundation in English, like grammar. How could I overcome reading and writing if I sometimes get
That's
mistake in grammatical, make some silly grammatical mistakes. So yeah, I took grammar class for 2 months, if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken,
Thomas, in Kresna, yeah.
in Cresta, one of the probably
Yeah,
the
one
most,
of the most popular schools, yeah, in Kampung Inggris Pare. Yeah.
especially for grammar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then daffodils and peas for speaking,
Okay, 1 month, yeah,
1 month,
and then.
and then the other course for IELTS for 3 months.
Okay, and then after that, what else did you do? I mean, during your stay here.
I prepare for TPA, like the intelligent test of LPDP, the second stage of LPDP. I learned about TPA and stuff like that, numeral and
How
verbal for
many
2 months. 2 months.
2 months,
Full
yeah.
2 months.
Okay, so you can imagine, guys, yeah, like he did like 8 months of preparation before applying for LPDP. So and I believe you should also do the same. Yeah, I mean, you cannot just like have 2-3 months before the deadline and then you prepare for everything. I think unless you are already prepared, like you already have IELTS and then maybe you already have knowledge about TPA or that kind of test, yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. But if you are like us, like me personally, I did also my preparation for that TPA. Like I have a book and I mainly practice with the book, and sometimes I join the what's a Telegram group. Yeah, I think you're also there. Yeah, Telegram group like that discuss a lot about questions, and we did a lot of practice. Yeah, we using Zoom and then discussing a lot of things like that. So it's basically the same.
Yeah.
So after you joined like those classes like grammar and then speaking and then also IELTS preparation class. When did you take your IELTS test?
If I'm not mistaken, it was in January, so just a couple months back from here.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, okay.
January this
Wow.
year.
So last year you prepared for 8 months, and then this year in January you did your official
January
test, and
test.
it was the first time you did it.
The very first time I did.
Okay, what was
I-
your score?
I got 7, but
Overall, yeah.
overall 7.
Okay, 7, and then
But
listening,
I got 7.5.
reading.
I got 7.
Wow, and then writing.
I got 6.
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
enough, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then speaking.
I got 7.
7. Okay, so you can imagine, guys, like 8 months of preparation, and that is like I would say a very good result. Yeah, considering that number one, you started from basic, and number two, this was your first test, meaning that previously you hadn't had any experience of real test. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually it was out of my expectation. I was
Why?
really because I aim to get 7.5 because the requirement for my
From the
from
universities,
the
yeah.
university that I aim to go, they require me to get 7.5 and no band less than 7. So when I got
that's pretty tough. Yeah.
yeah, so when I got 6 in writing, I was really I was it was really a mess up in writing because when I overcome the question, it was the question that I never had before.
What was
in
that?
About cause and effect and solution. There are 2 questions actually in that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cause and effect. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
One of the types in task 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and task
What was the topic?
about competitiveness. Competitiveness.
I see.
Is it competitive? Is it positive or negative? And what is the cause and what's the effect and the solution? There are many questions. There were many questions, and I was stunned for a while, and then keep thinking about how do I did this, and yeah,
Yeah, in task 2, I think you have to write for at least 250 words, and I think that is a
250
challenge,
words.
to generate ideas and how to
Yeah.
develop your paragraphs.
and probably it was because I was really focusing on my writing, and then the climax was as the reverse. I mean, because I was really focusing that, and I'm afraid that I will not score good in that particular aspect, and it like a burden.
Okay. And right now you are you preparing for the second test?
Yeah, for the second test, absolutely.
Okay, finger crossed. Good luck, yeah. Okay, now do you have any tips for people who are preparing for IELTS? I mean, you give your tips, your experience in LPDP. So, what is your tips based on your experience? Yeah, when people want to prepare for IELTS test.
I believe that if I that being said, that I think there are 2 big parts in IELTS: speaking and active skills.
Oh, active skills versus passive skills.
Yeah, active skills. I'm sorry, passive skills versus active skills.
Yep.
And for beginner or for people who start from zero, I think they have to catch up on their passive skills first, like listening and reading.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I agree with you. So, read first, listen a lot first.
read a
okay.
lot, and listen a lot, and listen to anything, and not if you could go extra mile, just not only listen to the podcast, but try to type script.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. So to transcribe what the speaker says.
Yeah, so what you hear
interesting.
from the audio, try to type it in or write it down on your paper or type it down in your laptop. Because if you only listen to the audio, it's just like listening to music. You will never know the spelling of the word because it's really highly.
So we need to
highly-
know how it looks like in the form of written text.
Yeah, because in listening IELTS, even though you listen to the question and then but you misspell the word, it will count.
Yeah,
as,
it will be
count
counted
as
as a mistake. Yeah,
incorrect, yeah.
even though there's only one letter wrong.
yeah, one letter wrong. So it's such a shame, right? If you get a mistake, it's kind of silly. And then for reading, I suggest to read a lot, just like listen a
Yeah,
lot.
definitely.
Like you can find many sources for reading newspapers like New York Times or Guardian
Wow.
or Jakarta Post. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jakarta
Jakarta Post,
Post.
yeah.
I actually follow their Instagram and like every minute I think they post a new
New articles,
new articles and
news,
new
yeah.
news, and you can read. If you don't understand what the vocabulary, you can find out.
Okay, find
There's
in,
also in
translate,
dictionary
yeah.
and in translate. So yeah, just pretending that you, in my experience, I was pretending I was in abroad. So I was in not in Indonesia. So
In an English speaking country
in
where everything is in
English-speaking country.
English.
Yeah, so I make sure my environment, my phone, my Instagram, the thing that I read, the thing that I listen, the person I speak with, in English.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, to surround yourself with English materials.
Yeah, I can have the mindset like learn English, learn language is kind of like when you learn bahasa Indonesia, right?
Exactly,
How to speak
exactly.
bahasa.
Language acquisition. So
you-
it's not only learning about the structure only,
Yeah.
but also how you live with that language and interact with people using that language.
You acquire bahasa Indonesia not because of you took bahasa Indonesia as your
Class,
subject
right.
in the school, but because your surrounding, your environment,
Yep. Okay.
in bahasa Indonesia.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah, in my opinion.
Okay, how about active skills like speaking and writing?
I think it's kind of different with passive skills. It requires probably more effort to acquire those skills because you have to actively speaking you have to actively speak for to have a good speaking skills, and in writing, yeah, just the same. Likewise, you have to actively writing, and then you have to have a mentor, I think.
Oh, okay. This is very important, yeah,
yeah.
because we'll never know if we make mistakes or not if we don't have somebody who overlook us, like see our performance.
Yeah, to somebody who gives you feedback and who check
feedback.
your writing probably, and then correct your speaking by your grammar while you're speaking. And I think it's highly important for active speaking, for active skills, to have a mentor.
Yeah, so that's why you guys have to contact Danz English to get quality classes of Ielts.
Yeah, and for your information, Mr. Dani has 8.5, if I'm not mistaken. Your speaking.
8.5, yeah, speaking.
8.5 in speaking is like a native speaker.
Even for me, I think it is not enough, yeah, because I think, yeah, like you mentioned, yeah, we need the environment, and I think here we don't really have the environment where everybody speaks English. So that's why I think if we can study abroad, I think that's an ideal environment where we can surround ourselves with native speakers, and I think it's gonna be a lot better, yeah, to sharpen our language.
Yeah, that's
And even until now, I still do like what you said, yeah, like I still listen to videos, I read articles, because if we don't do that, then our skills will decrease, like
Yeah.
our proficiency will decrease. So you have to maintain your English by doing those kind of activities.
I actually felt that when I
yeah?
was preparing my TPA, as I mentioned before for LPDP. I left English for a while, for 2
Yep,
months.
yep.
I don't speak, I don't listen, I don't read, I don't do anything in English. I just focus on my TPA. When I finished doing the TPA, I tried to speak in English. I was freezing. I don't know.
Yeah, you
Oh
were
my-
stuck like
yeah,
oh my god.
yeah. How could this happen?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's very important. That's why, okay, do not stop. Yeah, like doing like what you said. Yeah, so watch, listen, and also I think this is one tip from me. If let's say you cannot have a partner in speaking, at least what you can do is shadowing, which is listening to audio, just like when you song, you follow the singer, right? So in shadowing, you listen to video and then you copy what they say directly after you hear that. So that way you can still move your mouth and also listen to speakers, like that way I think it will prevent you from being stuck when you want to speak. Okay, but of course, yeah, I think having a partner is a benefit, yeah. So you can have a meaningful interaction, not only speaking, following a video, but also you have a meaningful interaction using a certain context, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very
Okay, cool. So now let's talk about your future dreams. So let's say, what is your goal of pursuing your master's degree abroad, and what do you want to do after you finish your study?
It is always interesting about discussing my future.
Yeah.
Actually, I have, like I said before, I work in a law firm, and then I postponed my career as a lawyer. And then after I finish my further education abroad, I want to back to Indonesia. Probably I have to back because LPDP required it. Back to Indonesia, and then continue my career as a lawyer. But probably I will take not in my hometown. I will move to capital city of Indonesia in Jakarta. And
Oh, I thought you would say the new capital city of Indonesia, Nusantara.
Nah.
Who knows? Maybe they need like a lot of lawyers.
Yeah, there are still it's still debatable until now.
Okay.
The new capital city, but I wouldn't
Until
discuss that.
it's ready, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jakarta is your
Jakarta is my
goal, yeah?
my goal. And actually, the friend of mine, my senior, have offered me to join them in there, but I said that
Their law firm.
the law firm, but I said that I need to finish what I'm doing right now, because I have devoted myself for 1 year to further my education, and I shouldn't miss this opportunity. I've got the scholarship and the Ielts. I have to finish this work first, and then I will back to Indonesia and join with them for my education in a law firm.
And I believe after you finish your study, you will have like improved knowledge and also skills, and I believe that you can perform a lot better, yeah, in your work later on after you graduate.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Okay, all right. So that's Mr. Rev's future dreams. Yeah. So I think we've come to the end of this podcast. Yeah. Do you have any closing statement of whatever we have been talking about so far? Like anything for my viewers, maybe for Danz English people.
Okay, but I think if you want to do anything, you have to plan it well. Because
Planning,
without planning, it means that you plan to fail.
Oh, I like that. If you have no planning, that means you plan to fail. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, so you have to plan everything. You plan it well, even though when you in the middle of that plan you didn't really get what you
And sometimes we have to change our direction, in the
change
middle
direction.
and that's okay. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Because that's the process of learning. Right?
That's the process of learning. As long as you still keep on the same point, your same purpose, even though you took another route or another method, but your goal is still the same. So I think, plan and be persistent.
Oh, okay, I like that one. So the key is to have a good plan and also be persistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's everything to me, I think.
So that was our discussion with Mr. Antonio Revivo from Manado, okay, who is going to study abroad, and hopefully you can make it, and we wish you all the best. Who knows, maybe we can meet in the UK. Okay, right. So thank you very much for my viewers who watch this video. Hopefully you are motivated, and feel free to ask, maybe to post your questions in the chat below. Hopefully we can answer it, and don't forget to follow this channel because we will give you more insightful videos in the future. So my name is Danny from Danz English, and
Rev?
okay, I'll see you again in the future. Bye bye.
Bye.